Hi, I'm James Schillinglaw. I'm here at ILTM Con. Once again, we're on the last day. Thank goodness. We're almost done. I'm here with Evan Altman, who's the Senior Vice President, Sales and Marketing for Auberge Hotels and Resorts. And he just gave a great presentation. I've met him before. And we're going to tell you a little bit about what's going on with Auberge today. And there is a lot. So stay tuned, and you'll see it all on Insider Travel Report. Evan, first of all, great to see you again here at ILTM, and we just finished a little presentation. I'm not going to make you repeat the whole thing, but we're going to talk a little bit about it. First of all, how many hotels does Auberge have today?
So as of last Friday, December 1st, we opened our 27th hotel.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
There we go. Now, you've had some, what were the ones that opened this past year in 2023?
So we had 3 hotels open in 2023. The one I just mentioned in Fort Worth, Texas, called Bowie House.
Bowie House, interesting name.
Spelt Bowie, but not as in David, pronounced Bowie. Fort Worth is a fascinating community, which is the fastest growing luxury market in America, which wouldn't be top of mind.
I wouldn't think about it, and I know folks down there, but I didn't think about that. So what are some of the other ones that happened this year?
The Inn at Maddie's Tavern, which is just outside Santa Barbara.
You mentioned this is a cool place, right?
Cool place. I think Los Olivos, the San Ynez Valley, is probably producing some of the country's best wine, but it's in an urban kind of rustic environment that is less discovered than traditional Santa Barbara travel.
Right. And what's the third one this year?
I forget.
This is a quiz. This is a quiz. Too many ways. So that's great. But one of the things that characterizes an auberge, it's every property is unique, right?
One of a kind experiences in extraordinary destinations. And for us, I almost consider ourselves to be an experiential marketing company that is producing content for an audience that is just thirsty or hungry for experientially driven travel. Whether that's through Epicurean experiences, adventure, well-being, we're very fortunate that our audience now really considers us to be subject matter experts, local authorities on how we can teach them something new in what is usually a familiar environment, but through a different lens, through a different perspective or point of view.
So you sort of have some Auberge junkies out there that want to see what you're going to do next, right?
We haven't branded them yet, but
junkies is probably the wrong word here, but we can call it luxury junkies. There we go.
There we go. Loyalists.
There you go. Then you got something coming
Aubergians. How about that?
I think we've got a name here. That's right. Aubergians. I like that idea. So next year you got a bunch of things coming up, and one is in Florence, which is really interesting and really close to the city center, but apparently very in thought very far away from it, right?
It's about 3 kilometers outside of
What's the name?
Collegio alla Querce.
I'll have to remember that name.
It is a old UNESCO site. It was an old college, oddly enough, hence Collegio, that is being completely reimagined as this extraordinary luxury hotel that feels like you're in Tuscany, but you have views of the Duomo. So it has this great blend of urban sensibility, but in this idyllic park-like setting. That's
amazing, and hopefully I'll get to Florence one of these days, take a look at it, because Florence, I have some place like that, but it's outside, 20 minutes outside. Another place that you mentioned is in South Carolina.
That is called the Dunlin, which is on the Kiowa River. We have a 20-mile stretch of waterfront property that is going to have residential, has hotel product, has a great food and beverage program, great wellness experience, and it's about 20 minutes outside of Charleston.
Okay, yeah, so it's I know there's Kiowa River down there, all those properties, but this is much, and these are all very boutique properties, maybe nothing more than 100 rooms, right?
Usually, typically less than 100 rooms. The Dunlin will have 68 rooms, and Collegio alla Querce will have 83 rooms, so really intimate in style, personality, character.
And then you got one down, we were trying to figure out where it was. You said it's a few minutes outside of Miami, but it's like Hallandale. And what is that property?
So that is called Shell Bay. Right. It's about 45 minutes north of Miami Beach, and really we are once again trying to build a destination that will be a mixed-use development with world-class golf, a yacht club, tennis facilities, residential product, and a few hotel rooms.
Amazing. And you have some urban places coming up. I mean, one that caught me right away, you have one in the Hearst building. And when is that opening?
2025 in San Francisco on 3rd Street and Market, which, as we all know, is the epicenter for all things San Franciscan. Incredibly exciting.
And what is that called so far?
The Hearst.
The Hearst. Hey, that's a good name. I figured that one out.
And then you don't need to reinvent.
And there was one other one I'm trying to remember, an urban one that you're opening up as well,
which is called the Knox, which will be in Dallas, Texas.
Okay.
Which is really redefining a new neighborhood, a new district with a multi-use property opening in 2026.
Wow, you are just rolling them out, but they are so individual. This is not cookie cutter stuff. This is each one in a separate owner. And what do you come in and say? This is the way we like in terms of service and things like that.
The most important thing about how we're growing this brand is with incredible intention and thoughtfulness, but we'll actually just have a blank canvas with an owner who has a vision, who has a dream, and we will co-author a business plan, a design intent, a narrative around a product that really becomes a differentiated perspective on a marketplace.
Fantastic. Now, we go out to about 127,000 travel advisors out there now. What do you want to tell them about Auberge today and where you're heading?
Become an Aubergian.
There you go. We've just coined this term, Aubergian. So you should all become Aubergians and sell to other Aubergians and sort of make it a little bit of a cult. So we'll see what happens, okay?
We're in.
Well, look, cool. Great to see you here at ILTM. Love seeing you at all the virtuosos and everything else we go around. Hopefully see some of these properties as they come into fruition.
Come visit us anytime.
I would love to. Again, Great to see you here.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.